How's it going, guys? Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today I'm going to be reviewing Star Wars Theories Part 1 of his fan film about Darth Vader. Now, I originally had no plans of watching this. I'm pretty hard to please when it comes to Star Wars. I don't like any expanded universe stuff. I don't like the comics. I don't like most of, the spin-off cartoons or any, Rebels, for example. So, overall, I'm pretty hard to please with my Star Wars. So right off the bat, I didn't have plans on watching it. I just thought, well, it's not canon. It's going to suck. It's just, how good can a fan film actually even be? But somebody sent it to me, and I was like, I've got nothing else to do. I might as well just give it a little watch. Maybe it'll have some cool action scenes or whatever. I think he only spent $100,000 on this movie. I mean, that's a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of making movies, that's not that much. I mean, the effects are pretty good. I was pretty impressed with the effects and the CGI and stuff for just a fan-made film. But what I want to talk about the most is the plot. I was actually really intrigued with the plot. Now, it takes place in between episode 3 and episode 4, right after the events of episode 3. It involves Vader, and he's sort of holding a grudge against Palpatine. I mean, let's be honest, Vader lost everything. Vader put everything into Palpatine, but it backfired. I mean, he lost his friends, he turned on the Jedi, all the Jedi are dead, he did everything for Padme ended up dying. Vader has nothing left. So if I was Vader, I'd be pretty pissed off at Palpatine. And this fan film takes part during that time period, and it goes into depth about that idea. Vader's pissed off, he wants to take on Palpatine. So it starts off Vader's really pissed off at Palpatine. He's gonna go fight him, and he's killing all these stormtroopers and stuff, and he's using the Force, and he's choking people, and he's taking on guards, and it's a really cool fight scene. He's deflecting all kinds of blaster bullets. He's Force choking people. He's catching the blaster bullets with his Force, and he's throwing them back at people because he dropped his lightsaber. And then he takes on Palpatine, and he's choking Palpatine, and he almost gets the better of Palpatine. Palpatine shocks him and stuff. Ends up being a dream, of course, because I don't know. But just the thought of Vader's being so pissed off that he's trying to take on Palpatine is such a cool idea. I think that's a really good plot point. I wish they would make an actual movie on this plot idea. I think it's really cool to imagine just how powerful Vader would be compared to Palpatine if they went to fight. Because if you go back and look at episode 2 and episode 3 and stuff, Palpatine is powerful, but when he took on Yoda, he was powerful, but he didn't seem that powerful. Or when he took on the Jedi and Mace Windu, and he killed the other Jedi with ease, and then he's taking on Windu, and Windu almost gets the better of him. So I wonder just how he would do in a fight, a old, decrepit, wounded Palpatine after episode 3 versus Darth Vader. So that's a pretty cool idea. But the dream happens, and it goes on, and then but then Vader gets a message, and he has to go because he gets called by Palpatine, and Palpatine tells him he's got a special mission for him, and he's telling Vader that he can sense the conflict between in Vader, and he's pretty much just mocking Vader because Palpatine knows pretty much everything that's going on at all times because he's Palpatine. And then he sends him off to Naboo, and then there's some clone interaction, and then there's a Jedi on Naboo, and then the episode ends. But I wanted to go a little bit more in depth and just sort of break down this episode 1 of this fan film. And honestly, I liked it. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was just this part 1 alone with the plot and then a few action points that happened in it and everything. I think this part 1 was way better than The Last Jedi. Blows it out of the water. It's not even close. So I know that this guy's not making any money off this movie or anything, but he should feel proud and honored that he at least made something that is better than a Hollywood director. Rian Johnson was backed by Disney, had millions and millions and millions of dollars, and royally fucked up the plot of Star Wars. This doesn't mess up the plot in any way, shape, or form. It adds to the plot, the overall story arc of Star Wars between episode 3 and 4. It gives you more details of what might have happened between those movies. It doesn't rewrite any of the characters. It doesn't do anything that damages anything. So, when I knew it wasn't canon, I just had the lowest of low expectations. Now, after watching it, I'm kind of upset that it's not canon. But like I said, when it comes to effects, I think the effects were as good as they could have been for just a fan film. Vader's voice sounds okay. It's kind of a mixture of the Rogue One voice and I don't even know, a Rogue One voice and maybe a video game voice. Because in Rogue One, was more, I don't know, in Rogue One, he sounded a lot different than he did in 4, obviously. So, I mean, the James Earl Jones voice has changed throughout the movies, so it's not that big of a stretch that he sounds that much different in this fan film. But I think they did a pretty decent job for getting Vader's voice down. But then the Palpatine was kind of hit and miss. Like, he obviously didn't look that much like Palpatine. But I think they did a good job capturing the feel of Palpatine and the voice actor for Palpatine. Like, I think they did a good job capturing that. I like how the stormtroopers were like kind of wearing a mixture of like stormtrooper / clone gear, sort of. I like how they're implementing that, because I always wondered at what point did they make the transition from clone armor to stormtrooper armor. So, and they never showed it in Rogue One or anything. So, or Solo. By the point that Solo takes place, which is like years before A New Hope, they already have stormtrooper armor. So at what point did they make the transition in the armor? So it's nice to see that there's kind of a mixture of armors going on. Maybe it's just me, and it just looked that way to me. But I mean, either way, that's what I thought I saw, was like a transitioning in the armor, and that's something that I thought was pretty cool too. But yeah, I really like the plot of this. I was pretty impressed. Like I said, I went in with low expectations. Didn't expect to think this was going to be cool. Didn't expect to like it in any way, shape, or form. And I came out after watching that, and I was like, wow, the plot's good. The action was good. The characters acted like the characters would. Like, Vader is still conflicted. I mean, he obviously is pissed off at Palpatine. Palpatine is smart and knows Vader's conflicted, and he's going to use that to his advantage because he's Palpatine. And I'm pretty excited for part 2, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, I thought that this little fan-made thing was way better than episode 8. The problem with episode 8 was that it tried to like rewrite everything that we know about the Force, and there was like, they need to have balance and all this bullshit, and Rey's really powerful for no reason. And there's like a million things I could say about episode 8. But yeah, I think this little fan film is way better than what Rian Johnson did, which is sad. But that is my opinions on this fan film. Like I said, I was impressed. I'm excited for part 2. I mean, I'm not overhyping this. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think this is like the greatest thing ever. I mean, I can't even compare it to some of the other good Star Wars films. It's not even close. I just think it's above episode 8. But episode 8, I don't even consider to be a Star Wars film at all. So, in terms of fan films, I think this is better than Rian Johnson's fan film. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Did you guys watch it? Did you like it? Did you like the plot like I did? Like, there's tons of stuff that they could make. Like, Disney could go in and actually make a movie about this. So hopefully they see how much the community likes this fan film, because I saw it had a pretty good like ratio, and a lot of people were saying in the comments like, make this canon, make this canon. Like, hopefully Disney sees that there is an audience for this sort of thing, and there is no Star Wars fatigue. Like, we know what we want to see, and they just keep giving us shit that they think we want to see. That's why, like, nobody asked for a Solo film. For multiple reasons. Like, 1, that story was unnecessary. 2, we didn't want a recast of Harrison Ford, like the majority of fans. Like, my dad still hasn't seen Solo because he refuses to watch it because it's not Harrison Ford. So, I don't think Solo bombed due to Star Wars fatigue. I think it was a combination of factors. But yeah, hopefully they see this, they know that there's a community for it, they know people are hyped for this sort of thing, and maybe they'll take a future movie in this sort of direction where they give us more backstory to Vader and Palpatine. But that is my review. That's my opinions on this fan film. Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments below. Are you excited for part 2? But yeah, that's basically going to do it for this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Consider becoming a sponsor of the channel. I am now doing this sort of extra incentive for you guys. Every 10 sponsors I get, I'm going to try to do a drunk stream for you guys. Right now I'm sitting at 19 sponsors, so if I get to 30 sponsors, I will do probably like a 6-hour to 12-hour drunk stream, depending on the situation. Like, I obviously can't be drunk for 12 hours, but we'll see. But yeah, all the sponsors help go a long way. They help me to continue to make content for you guys, but that is greatly appreciated. And be sure to check out another video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will talk to you guys next time.
Will you join me? Accept your fate. I grew impatient.